Okay, gonna do the last bit of the animatics for the Troy Saga. I've got Open Arms and some Warrior of the Mines. I've got 2 Open Arms and I think 3 Warrior of the Mines. Open Arms. I don't know. We all know I have my issues with Open Arms and Polites as a character. He doesn't do it for me. He and I do not gel, so I'm hoping the animatics don't make him worse for me. Maybe they'll make him better. You never know. I am curious to see, and also I need to see apparently what the Lotus Eater design is, since as I've been told they are creatures. And you know I'm curious. Okay, so the first Open Arms animatic is by Murchie, who had the really incredible Just a Man animatic. So, although there is a strange looking creature as the thumbnail, I'm guessing that's meant to be the Lotus Eater, so we'll have to see how this goes. I am infinitely curious and hesitant.
You can relax, my friend. Huh?
First off, again, a lot of detail on these characters. Something I noted Murchie did in Just a Man. Also, it's very clear Odysseus's facial structure here is very much based on Jorge, from what I've seen. And okay, this is the second time I have now seen Polites with glasses and the ribbon headband. Is this a canonical thing? Is this a thing? Were there instructions on how to draw Polites? What's with the anachronistic glasses and the inexplicable ribbon headband? I have questions. So many questions.
I can tell you're getting nervous, so do yourself a service and try to relax, my friend.
And find Polites.
Think of all that we have been through. We'll survive what we get into. I know that you're tired of the war and bloodshed. Tell me, is this how we're supposed to live? Look at how you grip your sword, enough said. Why should we take when we could give? You can show a person that you trust them when you stop and lower your guard. Here we have a chance for some adjustment. Give it a try, it's not that hard. I'm telling you, this life is amazing.
Okay. This is no shade to Murchie. They are extremely talented. Like, I'm actually marveling at a lot of the actual art, the body positions, the anatomy, again, the detail to everything. This just makes it even more silly. It's giving Hakuna Matata, and that might be, and like, don't get me wrong, I like Hakuna Matata, and I like the way that it functions in The Lion King, and I wonder if that's part of the inspiration, like the random tree log over the, you know, in front of the waterfall and all that. Again, it's giving me very Lion King, Hakuna Matata stuff. This is just so overtly silly. And it's just sort of amplifying and like the almost cloying and kind of like nauseating levels of positivity that Polites has. And I'm kind of convinced that Open Arms, like for me at least, would sit better if it didn't sound so like sickly sweet positive. If it were more like kind of bittersweet. That, you know, Polites is singing more about like, I wish this is the way we would live our lives. And like, maybe this is how I want to live my life from now on forth. And there to be kind of the slight bitter edge to it, because this, it really does feel ridiculous. And the animatics just making it feel even more ridiculous. Again, no shade to Murchie. They're wildly talented.
When you greet it with open arms, whatever we face will be fine.
Is he scared of a fucking butterfly? Why? Like, I'm sorry. I know, I'm pausing again. What's with the butterfly thing? That's so ridiculous. You think the man hasn't seen a goddamn butterfly in his life? That's just... This is kind of silly. This is just amplifying the silly. And, I mean, I will say at least fun fact about butterflies. There is a, especially more modern day kind of connection with butterflies in Greek myth, in that they are relation to Psyche, who is the goddess of the soul, and that's Psyche or Psyche. Their name is like the same word that gets translated as butterfly, so that's where that sort of connection tenuously sort of exists. I don't think that's what Murchie was going for here. I mean, if they were, congrats, that's really cool. I did, the moment is still kind of silly.
Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms.
Stay back!
Ooh, color palette change.
My friend, greet the world with open arms.
Oh, shut up, Polites.
We're only here for
He would never behave that way. Like the whole, hey, put your sword down. No way. No way. I'm sorry. I won't repeat my points from
600
listening.
friends are waiting for us to show our faces. Stay back, I'm warning you. If we don't get back safely, my men will turn this place into blazes.
Oh my god, what on earth are those things?
Life is amazing.
The color palette's back to this sort of bluey gray. I do think the color palette change is a neat, that's a cool thing to do in animation. Yeah, he's looking at the lotus.
My friend, I wish that I could say that I agree, but look at the way this fruit is glowing and filled with glowing seeds. It took me a while to notice just what kind of fruit they eat. It's a lotus, it controls your mind.
Such beautiful illustrations. Like, even as I'm frustrated at this song and the kind of silliness of it, the illustrations are gorgeous. Like if you were to imagine someone doing almost like a picture book.
A cave! You're saying there's a cave where we could feast. And where do we sail to find this food-filled cave?
Wait. Weren't they... So, were they on this island at night? That's kind of weird, because you're saying east that way, and you're pointing at where there's a sun, and it's on the horizon, so it's either going up or down. But it can't be sundown, because the sun sets in the west. And technically, they're sailing west. Why would they turn around to sail east? That is... this seems like a really silly thing to harp on, but these are one of those, like, random details that... You proud of yourself? With that ball over there? Yeah? I know. You continue having fun, silly times. But yeah, no, these are just sort of odd little details that, someone's gonna eventually notice and pick up on going, wait. Because we know they're sailing west to get home from Troy. This is the general direction. You go east, you're just going further inland. So you're not sailing east. So yeah, sorry, it's such a random thing to pick on. It's the same thing as like with the fire and the horse. Fire and the Trojan horse. It's like little things like the most random things is the stuff that I pick up on.
Thank you.
It's so silly.
This life is amazing when you greet it with open arms. I see
what are those sacks they have? Is it more lotus in there?
Your heart, so why not replace it?
Oh, it's an apple.
Up the word is how to start. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms.
Greet the world with open arms.
You can relax, my friend.
No, he can't. Well, again, Murchie, absolute... Oh, there's more here. What is this? Flash warning. You truly find Odysseus. Let's just go. Is that supposed to be a hint that Athena is watching? I think that's supposed to be a hint that Athena's watching. Oh, that's neat. If that's what that was, somebody can correct me. Do I have them for? Oh, probably. I do have their Warrior of the Mind up here, so I guess that was a way for them to segue into Warrior of the Mind. Very clever. Well done. And good putting the flash warning. Yes. Oh no. The animatics are, instead of like making me warm to Polites or making me, maybe have better feelings about the song, that first one just made me just like it even more. Alright, well, we have one more Open Arms animatic. Thank you, my people who made this playlist for only having 2 open arms. Thank you so much. And this other one is by Formerly Human. I don't think we've had them thus far. Mouth flashing blood and nudity. Oh my god, what is happening in this open arms?
You can relax.
Okay, again, glasses and a headband. This must be some sort of odd canonical image for Polites that is lost on me.
Try to relax, my friend.
I'm fine, Polites.
Ooh, nice mustache.
All that we have been through, we'll survive what we get into. I know that you're tired of the war and bloodshed.
Look at the motion.
Tell me, is this how we're supposed to live? Look at how you grip your sword and now said.
I admittely do like seeing scars on Polites. Okay, again, a tree fallen over in front of a waterfall. Are we all taking inspiration from Hakuna Matata? Because that's what springs to mind when I see this. It's that part of Hakuna Matata where they're doing the age up progression and they're walking across, you know, the big fallen tree with the waterfall behind. I wonder if that was an inspiration. Oh, don't jump off again. Okay. Two people doing the jump off into the waterfall. Were there notes? There must have been notes. Because I don't want to say that I think one person is like copying the other. I absolutely don't think that's the case. And I think lots of people can have the same inspiration. I'm wondering if there were like notes that somehow various animators got a hold of. Because obviously these are not canon images. But when I see this many similarities, it makes me wonder.
Life is amazing when you greet it with open arms.
This is ridiculous. Found the nudity. High Odysseus thighs. Homer would be proud. I will also say, I do like that Odysseus looks a little older. It's the effect of that good old facial hair. It's making him look a little older. Apology still looks kind of young, but again, I do appreciate that there's effort to make him seem like scarred. His hands look a little gnarled and the like.
Welcome. Stay back.
Wow.
Stay back.
Oh my god, he's still nude.
Greet the world
It's kind of funny. But again, Homer would be proud. But also a lot of similarities to Murchie's animatic.
600 friends are waiting for us to show.
Oh, look at the ships! Those ships look great. It looks like an attempt to make something that looks a bit like the Pentaconter, which is the ships they were likely using during that time. Oh, that's a nice detail. I like that. And the eye, of course, that always makes me think a bit of the Argo, since that's a nice image. I like that.
Faces. Stay back,
Owl, hi Athena. And she's got blue in her eye.
We don't get back safely.
Ooh, look at the blood. Oh, that's great imagery.
See?
Oh, for God's sake.
This life is amazing when you greet it with
Clever trying to hide the nudity.
Whatever we face, we'll be fine if we're leading from the heart. No matter the place, so we can light up the world. Here's how to start. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms.
My friend, I wish that I could say that I agree. But look at the way this fruit is glowing and filled with glowing seeds.
Yet more broom helmets.
It took me a while to notice just what kind of fruit they eat.
The red staining his hand. Looks like blood. It's an interesting gradient.
That's what we'd get with open arms.
Lotus Eaters, I'd like to show my friend that kindness is brave. Could you tell me where there's other food to eat?
The cave, Gary Cave.
A cave! You're saying there's a cave where we could feast. And where do we sail to find this food-filled cave?
East, that way.
Again, are they pointing towards where the sun is on the horizon? Because that would mean it's sunrise. It also means they have to turn around. But it also didn't seem like they were there at night on the island. So again, questions, animators. The most random of details are the things I pick up on.
Thank you.
Welcome.
It's just so strange also seeing them as the Lotus Eaters as like furry little creatures.
With open arms, I see in your face there's so much guilt inside your heart.
That red on the
so
hands.
why not replace it and light up the world? Here's how to start. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms.
Greet the world with open arms.
You can relax, my friend.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, look, again, the animation's beautiful. It's an interesting style. I like some of the creative choices that were in there, like the flashes to them being covered in blood, like they're back in warfare. Yeah, I just don't really like this song. And the animatics don't make me like it anymore. But, like, still, the art's beautiful. And I like seeing the creativity, even if I'm just like, oh, the song really does not do it for me in the slightest. But I do also find it interesting that between Formerly Human and Murchie, there are some similar shot choices. And that's just, that's interesting. You wonder, are they pulling from the same inspiration? Was there, like, written instructions somewhere that they found? I don't know. It's cool. All right, but let's get into Warrior of the Mind, the best of the Athena songs. Fight Me, I'll Die on That Hill. And I've got 3, and the first one is by Spacebar. What you got for me, Spacebar? Silence is what you've got for me. Is there supposed to be sound? is interesting. Is he having a dream? Flashback? Oh. I guess it was supposed to be silent. I saw that thunder crack. I like that. Right on the boom.
Athena!
This must be a dream.
Have you forgotten
or inside his head.
turn off your heart? This is not you.
Ooh. Ooh.
I see you changing from how I've designed you.
Okay, I want to comment. One, I love that her coming up there's great use of animation and plus musical timing. That's so nice to see. I love that right now the only color we're getting is, of course, the red blood on his face. And I'm wondering, that bit of her helm, is that meant to be like plumage, or is that supposed to be like an extreme ponytail in addition to a braid? I'm assuming it's plumage. And there are some really interesting, I'll try and put an image of one here, interesting imagery of Bronze Age helms that have like pretty extreme plumage. So I like that. Of course, obviously the front of the helm doesn't quite look right in that regard, but that's a neat touch. This is interesting. Odyssey does look kind of young, once again. But...
Your purpose? Let me
Yo! Oh, this is so cool. There's some great shot choices here. Oh, look at the heroes. Hold on. I want to go back to that shot of the heroes. I definitely saw a Medusa, so Perseus has to be in there. That's got to be, yeah, that's definitely Medusa. I'm guessing that's supposed to be Perseus, and I'm guessing we're supposed to be seeing other heroes. Somebody's wrestling something, I think, in the back. I wonder if one of them is meant to be Heracles. There's probably Theseus and other Jason and others in there. I can't really tell. It's a little sketchy, and that's just on me being clearly bad at discerning. But this is interesting.
My life has one mission.
Cat's cradle, because she's a weaver. Oh, that's cool. That blue is the color here. I love the cat's cradle imagery. That's so fucking cool.
Let's go!
Maybe one day he'll follow me and we'll make a greater tomorrow. Then they'll see I know he'll change the world, 'cause he is a warrior of the night. Maybe one day I'll reach him and we can build his skills as I teach him. If there's a problem, he'll have the answer. He is a warrior of the night.
Oh, that's so fucking cool. There's some inspired visuals here.
Show yourself. I know you're watching me. Show yourself.
I'm not over the cat's cradle imagery. I think that's such a cool
I can
choice.
see you.
How can you see through my spell?
I was lying, and you fell for my bluff.
Well done, enlighten me, what's your name?
You first, and maybe I'll do the same.
Nice try, Platoon.
Keeping her
to
face in
play this
shadow.
game.
Nah, don't be modest. I know you're a goddess, so let's be honest. You are Athena.
Ooh, girly pop. Look at that. Also, yes, a spear. Fuck yeah, a spear. Always here for the spears. Love that that's always the big reveal shot. As it should be. Oh, look at that motion.
If you're looking
Spacebar.
for another, I'll make
Your
sure
motion's
it's
insane.
Sounds like a plan. Goddess and man, best as a friend.
We'll see where it ends.
Okay.
Maybe one day they'll
Oh, look at that.
follow me and we'll make a greater tomorrow. Then they'll see I know we'll change the world, 'cause we are the warriors of the
Chess pieces. I love the look of the chess pieces. Again, it kind of reminds me of these, like, especially old Hollywood films. The idea is that, like, the gods play humans like a chessboard, and I always laugh. I'm like, it's far too fucking chaotic on Olympus for them to be that fucking organized. But I like that imagery. There's some really cool shit going on here.
And we can build their skills as we teach them. If there's a problem, we'll have the answer. We are the warriors of the mind. I still intend
blue
to make
eyes,
sure you don't fall
Glaukos,
behind.
shining
Don't
eyes.
forget that you're a warrior of a very special kind. You are a warrior of the mind. Don't disappoint me.
Or was that whole song being done like a flashback like it's being done in Troy? Interesting. I'm not sure. That kind of leaves me questioning in that last bit. But that's interesting to try and stage it there. Wouldn't make sense in the context of the musical, but wow, there's some really cool imagery. The fucking cat's cradle imagery. Never would have thought of that. What an inspired choice. Spacebar. That is unique. That is unique and really cool, and ties into she is known for handicrafts and weaving. I mean, famous story of her and Arachne. Never would have thought of Cat's Cradle, and there's some really cool shit that was done there, and I like that a lot. I like that so much. So well done, Spacebar. That's a piece of unique creativity. Well done. All right, the next one I've got is Wolfie the Witch. Wolfie, you back. Quite a few of Wolfie the Witch here. Getting updated audio.
Have you forgotten the lessons I taught?
This looks like it's supposed to be on the Lotus Eater Island.
Athena. Have you forgotten to turn off your heart?
Nice use of the moving trees. Cutting closer.
I see you changing from how
He's chasing after her.
you.
Is she gonna show in like a mirror?
Have you forgotten your purpose? Let me remind
Oh, I love that imagery. Love that imagery. Again, the idea of the surface of the water being like a mirrored imagery that's been used, you know, kind of all throughout time. And obviously, you know, reflections. There's the famous story of Narcissus and all of that. I love that.
Goddess of wisdom.
Oh my god, the helmet of all broom helmets. Oh, like she's looking at the friezes. That's so cool.
Create the greatest warrior. I had a challenge.
Oh, look at this art style. Are you kidding?
Only the best could kill. One day a boy came for the thrill. A boy whose mind.
No, stop. That art style. You know, taking influence from like Attican vases and the ancient artwork style. That is so cool. It also reminds me of like that fantastic and like totally disturbing sequence. And if anybody's familiar with the DreamWorks film Prince of Egypt, where, you know, their version of Moses has this dream, and his dream is in the style of the Egyptian hieroglyphs and in the art that adorns all of like the temple walls and such. This gives me that vibe, but it's taking, you know, different art style, and was similarly used in Disney's Hercules for part of the opening that the muses sing about. Love that little bit. That is so creative. Oh. And I really like the way Wolfie has them in this moving through space. Oh, I wonder, I mean, she talks about this being a test of skill, but the older man here, is that meant to be Autolycus? Is this, you know, we're seeing Autolycus? Because famously, the boar hunt in which Odysseus participates when he's younger is with his grandfather Autolycus, the man who gave him his name, the man who is himself a son of Hermes. An owl watching in the back. And Autolycus was his maternal grandfather. So Anticlea, his mother, was Autolycus' daughter. Oh, going outside the city walls. Oh, interesting. Okay, another thing that's interesting to note is that Boar Hunt, which I referenced took place where Odysseus gets his famous scar, it takes place up near Mount Parnassus, where his grandfather Autolycus tends to kind of just reside and hang out. That, I believe, is on the mainland. It's not on Ithaca, and he so would not be going back to the palace here at Ithaca. But obviously, of course, you know, we've completely changed the context of the boar hunts. This could be, frankly, anywhere on the mainland, or maybe it'd be weird to have a magic boar to suddenly show up on Ithaca, because again, Ithaca is kind of like the backwoods. But there's some, oh, that's really cool. Sorry, I'm nerding. There are a lot of really cool choices here.
Show yourself.
I like how much younger he looks too.
Show yourself.
Oh, there she is.
I can see you.
How can you see through my spell?
Oh, moving her over, so no owl, but
And
it's
you fell
her.
for my bluff.
Love how much taller she is.
Well done, enlighten me, what's your name?
You first, and maybe I'll do the same.
Nice try, but two can play this game.
Nah, don't be modest.
Let me see the
I know
reveal
you're a
shot.
goddess, so let's be honest, you are Athena. Athena.
It was a lot less dramatic than I thought it was going to be, but alright. I love that he's imitating.
If you're looking for a mentor, I'll make sure your time's well spent.
Sounds like a plan, God isn't man, best is a friend.
We'll see how it ends.
Maybe one day they'll follow me and we'll make a greater tomorrow. Then they'll see I know we'll change the
Person
world,
owl.
'cause we are the
She's
warriors
old.
of
He is older now. With the owl on his shoulder.
Maybe one day we'll reach them and
Is that Laertes making him king?
skills as we teach them.
Again, the use of these laurel leaves. No, I'm absolutely not an expert in general. I don't think it was very common for them to be wearing laurels, the wreath traditionally of laurels, when they became king. I do know they were used as part of things like the Olympic Games and the like, but it is imagery that exists, and especially the Romans really adopted that look. So I wonder if it stems out of that. I don't think it comes from Bronze Age crowns or adornments or anything. So I don't really know, but it is a common enough imagery.
There's a problem, we'll have the answer.
Get back to the art. What a cool image.
I still intend to make sure you
Back
don't
to the
fall
art.
behind. Don't forget that you're a warrior of a very special kind. You are a warrior of the mind.
Wolfie the Witch has done a great job showing him at 3 different ages. I'm really pleased with that.
Don't disappoint me.
Oh, that's cool. I like that a lot. So much to like in that one. I can see why Wolfie the Witch is so popular as an animator for Epic. Oh, I get it. They are incredibly talented. Wow. So many cool things done from there. Again, the little bits of the art style. Some of the images are fantastic. And again, I think what I appreciate most is show us Odysseus at 3 different age points. When he's really young, when we're having him first meet Athena, when he's a little older and he's getting crowned king, and then as he is in the present day. And they really do a great job of giving me a sense of 3 different ages. And that's well done, well done. All right, so the last of the Warrior of the Mines that I've got here is Murchie, which I guess we kind of got previewed at the end of Open Arms, and I am very curious to see what their Athena looks like. Murchie has made some interesting choices. Now, between Just a Man and Open Arms, I much prefer their Just a Man, but they had some really cool images there. And if nothing else, I think their art style's gorgeous. Like, I am hella jealous. I mean, I'm hella jealous of all of these animators, because the line work is gorgeous, and like line art is something I have never been able to get down. If I ever doodle, it's incredibly sketchy and does not look anywhere near as polished and nice. So like I'm seething with jealousy over all that. But Murchie, our final Warrior of the Mind. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, okay, there's that ending bit of Open Arms. It was a preview for Warrior of the Mind. That's really clever.
Have you forgotten the lessons I taught you?
Oh,
Athena!
that is so fucking cool.
Have you forgotten to turn off your heart? This is not you.
Is that going to transform into Athena? Because it started looking like Odysseus.
I
Ooh.
see you changing.
It's like his
from how I
consciousness.
designed you.
Wow. Okay, and the use of the reverse. That it's, white lines on black screen. What a great way to say we are in his head, right? That this is like all happening inside internally. Again, these are some my own little Warrior of the Mind over there. You having a good time? You enjoying yourself? Yeah? You got it? Get the ball. You're ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Get it. Yeah, no, that is an inspired creative choice. Murchie has really done some very interesting stuff in order to show that characters are like in their head having internal dialogues, as opposed to dealing with characters in the, we'll say the real world, if you will. And these screens, I'm guessing that's how you're going to show us all the memories and the flashbacks.
You've forgotten your purpose. Let me remind you.
Ooh, she's just flinging him about.
Goddess of wisdom.
Nice time to do the break. It's an interesting design for Athena. Again, the broom helmet of all broom helmets. Oh, did you see that? Yo, did you see that transformation? Show me that again.
My life has one mission.
Oh my god, the cloak comes in like wings. That is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Look at that owl. Murchie, are you kidding? Fucking talent. I'm amazed. Oh, so that's showing definitely Polites, and I think that's supposed to be Eurylochus with the buzz cut. These must be canon images or based on the voice actors. Throwing a ball. He's noticing the owl. Interesting, we've given him quite the haircut there. And I love this image of him looking younger. Great job doing different ages.
Show yourself. I know you're watching me. Show yourself.
Look at them legs on display.
I can see you.
And expressions.
I was lying, and you fell for my bluff.
Well done.
Ooh, nice shot with the wing.
You first and
I'm just marveling at this art.
Nice try, but two can play this game.
Oh, nice shot.
Don't be modest. I know you're a goddess, so let's be honest. You are Athena.
Revealing her face. What a choice. Oh, with the spear. I'm giving her wings. That's an interesting choice.
We'll see where it ends.
Okay.
Maybe one day they'll follow me and we'll make a greater tomorrow. Then they'll see I know we'll change the world.
Is that her training him? He looks a little older. His hair's different. Oh, is that like them telling the story of the boar hunt? That's... Was that Oracos' best boy? Don't give me Oracos' best boy. It's fine. It's fine. There's an older Odysseus.
I still intend to make sure you don't fall behind. Don't forget that you're a warrior.
Ooh, nice change back. Oh, is that meant to be like, I can't tell if it's meant to be like kind of like a gauntlet that's on his arm, or if that's meant to be almost like a tattoo. A tattoo would have been noticed. In ancient Greece, tattoos were not something normal. If a character was, branded in some way, it probably denoted them as a slave. So I'm imagining it's some sort of like greave or gauntlet. If I'm using the wrong words there, I'm sorry. The apple. That's really cool. Yo, his face. His pupils going small and then back to normal sized. Wow, there's some incredible creative choices there. Wow, Murchie. Just, again, so many fascinating choices. And I'm just in awe at the detail of these characters and of the art. Like, I can't imagine how long this must take. This must take so goddamn long to make. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, no. I'm kind of in awe. I just get to bask in the talent. Because I'm just like... The motion, the anatomy, the poses, the perspective. Incredible. Incredible. Well, that's the end of the Troy saga, and so that way I get to go into the Cyclops saga, which I've been told there's some inspired choices for how Polyphemus is designed. Is it Murchie, I think, who I've been told has like an absolutely bonkers Cyclops design that's like true Eldritch horror shit? We shall see.